Aries, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for any placement of Aries or cross watchers are also welcome here. I am going to speak to you like you're an Aries sun sign, but you go ahead and customize this however you see fit. If it resonates, likely some of the story will resonate, some of it won't. Do take what does and leave the rest. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy, anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between. Just whomever you have on that sweet little mind, it either will or won't resonate for you. Again, some of it will, some of it will not. Don't be offended by something that isn't for you, and or even don't be offended by something it is, or do be offended. Do whatever you want. This is your life. I'm just living in it. But nothing that I'm saying here is meant to offend you or to degrade you or to embarrass you, or this is all to, I'm just trying to spread a message in order to help you move along in your path, towards whatever dreams you have. All right, let's get at your love life, babies. Anything you need to know about me, Aries, you can find in the About section of my channel, and anything you need to know about booking a personal reading you can find on my website, which is also linked in the About section of my channel. Let's get at it, babies. The energy that you bring to the connection that you have in mind is the Devil card. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Ten of Wands, and then we do have the Ace of Cups in the potential outcome here. It's an interesting combination of things. It does feel like a very large cycle ending. It does seem a little bit stressful. The huge transformation. Look at it. You got the World card and the Minor Arcana version of the World card. It looks like we could be feeling a little left out or down. Kind of maybe healing from something in our past. Okay, I don't know if this person is somebody from your past, and you have new love coming in with the Ace of Cups in your outcome. But what it says here is with the Chariot card, that no matter what is kind of standing in your way at this time or seeming to be an obstacle, is basically like you're plowing through it. It's not actually stopping you or even deterring you in any way. But it might feel like it at the moment. It might feel a little painful at this time, and I'm so sorry about that. It does seem like a lot of stress with the past situation that we are maybe still trying to get through it. Could be with a Cancer, a Scorpio, or any fixed sign, or a Capricorn at this time. We're gonna get more on this. Traditionally, even if it starts out like this, it does end well. Either way, it will end out and empowering you, right? But it also does have the Ace of Cups in your outcome, so let's not be discouraged here. The World card is about healing the perception of yourself. So maybe we've accepted less than people that are worthy of our love and attention, our time, and because we didn't have a healthy perception of ourselves. Sometimes we don't realize, we put everybody else on a pedestal. We don't realize that we should be also on that same pedestal that they're on. And that's kind of what I'm getting right here, is that we have, and so once we actually heal the perception of ourselves, those that were on pedestals to us, not only aren't on a pedestal anymore, they're kind of like way down there. Where'd you go? Not because for any egotistical reasons, but because they didn't treat us the way we deserve to be treated. But we'll get more on that, okay? The Capricorn. The Devil card in your energy may be it can be any amount of things. To me, the Devil card solely represents ego, okay? And so the ego can come in many forms. It's really one form, but it can manifest in many different ways in our lives. A lot of times it is in self-doubt, which with the World card there, I do feel like we were just not understanding our own worth. It's not necessarily that you're consciously doubting yourself, more so just didn't even get who you really were, which is a huge problem for us, because I think we've really been talked down by others, by ourselves for a long time. This is somebody who is still kind of allowing the world to talk them down with the Ten of Wands and their energy, your person's energy. It's about kind of listening to the world still, all of their expectations, all of their kind of caps or limitations, I guess is what I'm getting right now. The Ace of Cups is the outcome, though, so we'll see what's going on here, okay? The Ace of Cups is about the Creator offering emotional satisfaction, love. Doesn't necessarily mean with this person, but with the World card here, it could mean so many things. The World card could mean that this is coming to an end, and it could also just mean that this phase that you were in with them is coming to an end. So we're going to get more. Okay. If it is coming to an end, it always means that it's leading into, you know, it's because it wasn't meant for you. It wasn't good enough for you, but whatever is good enough for you is coming. So it does really look like you're walking away from this person in particular that you have in mind with the Eight of Cups and the Hermit card and the Death card. Oh, wow. 3 major arcanas in the Eight of Cups. It's about you going through the wildest, largest cycle end change shift in your life that you've ever been a part of. And so we are usually tempted by the ego to continuously go down the same path that we've been going down our entire lives for several reasons. Just because it's sort of a sometimes a toxic or tumultuous path, it is comfortable to us. We know it. We're familiar with it. Where the Eight of Cups, as you can see, is walking off into the dark, sort of into the moon period, where it is sort of, it's about being in solitude. Sort of being introverted and doing some introspection, walking away from people, places, and things, not just this connection, but really letting go of all connections that were not serving you, were not conducive to your best life, were not treating you the way you deserved to be treated, were not emotionally fulfilling. In fact, they were taking away from your emotional satisfaction. They were stopping you from getting to your 9th cup. They were stopping you. You were at a halt with these people in your life. So, again, people, places, and things that no longer serve you. I do feel like you have somebody in mind here that is kind of allowing the world to dictate their actions. And I feel like you've decided that's just not working for you anymore. You know, this is your life. You only get to live it one time in this lifetime, in this particular vessel. So it could be dealing with a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Scorpio, very strong, or any fixed sign at this time. I do feel like you're doing a lot of introspection. I do feel like you're doing a lot of transformation. A lot of transformation that isn't easy to do. A lot of healing that isn't easy to do. It is leading, though, to your 10 of Pentacles. I am feeling this very... This is the big divide. Okay, I don't know. That's what I'm getting right now. What a weird message. But this is the big obstacle test that we all come to. Are we going to go back down our same old path that we're familiar with? Again, it's never been very fulfilling to us. It wasn't very... it wasn't satisfying, but it also was familiar. We were comfortable with it. So at this time, I feel like you are passing this test. You are walking down the path alone. It is about following your intuition and just trusting that whatever is out there is going to be more fulfilling to you than what you've had in your past. Your intuition is always right, so just know that. Whatever you're feeling called to, it is correct. It just doesn't have any... what's the right word? It just doesn't have any promises or guarantees with it. It does if you have a faith, right? The guarantee is in the faith, and that isn't easy for all of us. It's not easy for any of us, actually. I would say that even the most faithful of us have a hard time continuing down a path that is just led by our intuition. There are no, people cheering us on down there, telling us this is where the finish line is here. You can see it. The ego does offer a finish line almost at every step, every turn. So though that finish line isn't satisfying, it isn't fulfilling, it isn't going to last a lifetime, it's there. We can see it. There's instant gratification. What you're pursuing or enduring at this time is one of the biggest shifts you'll ever be a part of in your lifetime. It's the evolution of man, okay? It's like this is the time in your life where you get to evolve to your kind of highest evolved state in this lifetime. Wow, that's powerful stuff that I'm feeling right now. Again, with the Eight of Cups, I don't feel you just walking away from this particular connection. I feel you walking away from all people, places, and things that aren't serving you. I don't even know that you're walking away from this particular person. This person, it doesn't seem awful. They do seem like they're kind of falling for the societal norms. Again, a lot of people will. I don't know if everybody's going to shed that sort of human conditioning that we've put on each other. There should be, the human conditioning has gotten a lot better since back in the day. I just watched The Help, and I'm like, wow, we have come a long way, and I do forget that. I get so disappointed with the way things are, and not disappointed, just sad, like watching people hurt each other and watching, whatever it is. I'm a softie, Aries. You're going to find that out about me anyways. I might as well let it out of the bag now. But I'm like, oh man, that is when I actually avoid watching movies like The Help because it's hard for me to digest things that are, but it was just actually, it was terrible. There was a lot of beauty in it, as well as just the fact that we've come so far is a beautiful thing. Anyway, so the person that you're dealing with is still stuck in a very, our mild case of wearing the suit that everyone tells us we need to wear. We need to have this, we need to do that, we need to go there at this time. We should probably be a part of this group because that group, whatever it is that human beings tell us we need to be a part of. I feel like your person is going through a bit of that at this time. They might be checking up on you, keep an eye on you. We got the Page of Swords here and the Ace of Wands. And they might be ready for a passionate new beginning with you. I do feel like, again, they're needing to let go of whatever the weight of the world. Whatever people are telling them to do or not to do. I don't know if it's this particular connection that they have in mind, or just in general in love, whatever it is. They might be stuck in a marriage, whoever this is. And they're listening to, we've been taught, and people hate when I talk about this, but we've been taught that if we commit to someone, we better stay committed to them for the rest of time. In fact, that's exactly what it says in our vows, with no room for us to evolve and kind of grow apart as human beings. So if we are married pre-evolution, our own growth, and then we evolve, and the person that we're with does not, or vice versa, or we just evolve separate ways. It left us no room to become who we are. We had to stay who we were. Interesting stuff. That's what I feel like your person is a part of. And I don't know that they're necessarily a part of a marriage, but I feel like they're trying to evolve beyond where they've been, the mold they've been stuck into. And they're having a little bit of a hard time doing it, but they are doing it. They're just kind of in their head and back and forth with it a little bit. They're coming to the end of a cycle where they feel the need to appease everyone around them. They are taking action. I just don't think it's very quick action at this time with the Strength card here. This is fast action, but I do feel like what it's saying is that they're moving forward, but I feel like it's taking them a little longer than they anticipated. That you may or may not even know who this is. This might just be your person evolving separately from you, so you guys can come into this Ace of Cups together. Let's get more on the outcome, though. Could be dealing with Sagittarius or a Leo. The Strength card really to me means spiritual strength. What we're kind of talking about, what you're going through over here, it's about listening to your spirit over your ego, which is not an easy thing to do. We've been taught to listen to our egos. In this movie, The Help, the parents were kind of making fun of their babies, their children. It was like just the things we got away with, the ego got away with previously, got away with and was like encouraged, the ego was. But I have had a lot of downloads on the fact that is the ass backwards way of things being. So the ego is no longer being encouraged. In fact, we're trying to kill that motherfucker if we can. And I think that's what your person is doing with this Strength card, and what you're doing with all of this combination. It's almost like you have the Strength card in this combination of things. But they are going through just a period of time in their life where they're trying desperately to listen to their spirit over their ego, in order to get to the blessings that are rightfully theirs. Again, I do feel like, they could be getting recognized at this time for their strength, for whatever it is they're enduring, going through, for the whatever they're fighting at this time, whatever they're resisting. Wow, it's a beautiful outcome, okay? So I'm sorry if you are walking away from somebody for sure. Somebody, something, everybody, maybe at this time. And I don't think you even see this person. And I feel like they're going through some things at this time as well. You may have them in your sights, but I don't feel like this is ripe and ready to come in at this very moment. But when it does, we have the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. This is about two people who have come into their own worth by walking away from people, places, and things that kind of held them back from their truest and utmost potential. And so once you do walk away from those people, you'll find that you're almost like in flight. It's kind of interesting, like, wow, I'm taking off, and I'm not even trying to at this time, but it's because you've taken off all these weights, and you're just, all of a sudden, your energy is higher, your vibration is higher, your mood is better, everything is better because you've walked away from all the things that were actually holding you down. And walking into this connection here, again, when it's ripened and ready, I think they're letting go of a few things yet, and I think you are as well, doing some introspection. I feel you're a little bit introverted at this time. But when you feel that wake, okay, that moment where you're like, I kind of want to get out of this house, or I kind of want to go do this, I kind of want to go socialize, that's when they're going to send, that's when this person is also probably going to be ready, they're going to send in this person. Again, this could be somebody from you that you already know, but for a lot of you, I feel like this is going to be somebody brand new because you've walked away from You've left behind connections that were not good for you or conducive to your best life in order to make room for connections that are conducive to your best life. Again, the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. This is about coming to a space where you know your own worth, they know their own worth, and you're willing to accept no less than that, or give any less than that. This is an equal give and take situation. This is about two people who have come into their own and they know their own worth. They're the Ten of Pentacles, living happily ever after. And the King of Cups is about true deep love. While he can be a bit on the surface, you may not know just how much he loves. He loves deeper than any of the cards in the deck. He is just as loving as the Queen of Cups, but he won't show you necessarily in the same ways that the Queen of Cups will. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Leo. Scorpio is very strong. We do have Virgo and Capricorn as well as any fixed sign. Could be dealing with any sign. These are just the ones that are coming across the strongest. Discernment, it says you are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. That is about this whole evolution that we're talking about in here. This is like the evolution of you and this person. And that is what it is. It's about realizing where we thought we were being smart or being wise or being cautious, being careful. It's about realizing that a lot of those were just based out of a fear of something happening to us, but it was keeping us here. The fear was keeping us here while we weren't dropping below because we were being cautious. We also weren't rising above, and I feel like you're allowing that sort of limitation to be released at this time, and I think they are as well. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Mwah.